ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to all of you for today's session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 4th Canto, Chapter 8, text number 22nd onwards. Mother Suniti is giving various pramanas. So towards Hari Bhakti. Hari Bhakti can give extraordinary things so that she can increase, she can make Dhruva Maharaja's faith more and more strong in Krishna Bhakti. तमेव वत्साश्रयभृच्च वत्सलम् मुमुक्षुभिर्मृग्यपदाब्जपद्धतिम् अनन्यभावे निजधर्मभाविते मनस्यवस्थाप्य भजस्व पूरुषम्. Yes, please.
My dear boy, you also should take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is very kind to his devotees. Persons seeking liberation from the cycle of birth and death always take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service. Becoming purified by executing your allotted occupation, just situate the Supreme Personality of Godhead in your heart, and without deviating for a moment, engage always in his service.
Yes. He is asking to fully focus in doing bhakti. Eka Matya. Okay. Bhrutyavatsalam. There is a word, Bhrutyavatsalam. This word is there. This is one of the significant word, Bhrutyavatsalam. What it mean? My dear Dhruva, so mothers like me, so from crores of mothers like me, you don't get so such a affection which you can get from Lord Hari by being his servant. मद्विदा मातृकोटितोपि त्वयि भृत्ये तस्य वात्सल्यम् उदेश्यता. So maybe there are crores of mothers like me, but still, त्वयि भृत्ये तस्य वात्सल्यम्. So you being the servant, so the affection he gives to you is unparalleled. Even we have so many you have so many mothers like me, but still, if you become his servant, he will give affection to you. He will get vatsalyam in you. And by that, what will happen? Dukkha gandhamapi na prapsyasi. By that, you will not get little bit of dukkha. Even traces of dukkha, you will not get. That means she's telling, what is the use of having mothers like me? You just become servant of the Lord. This is. But mothers who are very selfish, they try to make their children as their servants, their own servants. They teach and they train to become their servants. So they wholeheartedly don't send their children towards Lord. She is speaking, what is the use of mothers like us? Even crores you have. This is Suniti. So that is very important actually. We being bodily attached, such a bodily attached person cannot preach pure devotional service. So because his conditioning will not allow him to speak boldly about the shelter of the Lord. He will say balance. You should balance everything. You balance your material life. You balance your spiritual life. What is this balance? This balance is not right. This balancing only did Srila Vyasadeva, and then it became Mahabharata. Initially, he started to teach pure devotion, but let me balance their material life and spiritual life. Balancing, he balanced in such a way, material life became 90% and it became, Bhakti became less than 90, actually less than 10. because he mixed even Gnan also there. So much. That's why nowadays the people's preaching is also like that. So much balancing. At least you should say, this is pure devotion and you should come to here. And of course, we are also saying, you are not in that stage, so you have to begin from where you are. But at least they should be given with the what is pure devotion and what is a state of consciousness required in that. So this is Nana, sound the key. So this is the so this kind of balancing will not work. You have to preach clearly what is pure devotion and encourage them to come to there. That's the right way. If you don't preach also, they think that this is only the ultimate. Like Jugupsito. Like on the name of Vasudev's statement, people accepted karma as the main goal of the life. Because everyone started saying, oh, Vasudev prescribed this. Similarly, my preacher said, this thing, do take care of material life. So, okay, we are not saying, but you are saying that only. Take care of material life and do little devotion, some devotion. Then they will be knowing that only and they will be in that state forever, lifelong. So, but you should preach. At least they will plan after 20 years. They will make their life grihastha. They will live life. And then they'll take up vanaprastha and try to make the plans to achieve that. Whatever things are required, which are not there now. Such a strong faith they develop. And they'll focus on the goal. That's why you should preach. Like, yeah. So the way pure devotees preach. Here, Suniti is clearly saying, my dear son, so what is use of mothers like us, like me? So madvidanam koti topi, mothers like me, koti topi, even there are 1,000 crores. Madvida matru koti topi. Even you have thousands of mothers like me, still he will give affection to you. It's not that, oh, he has so many mothers, why I have to give my affection. He never think. If you become his servant, he will definitely accept. So yam tvam asrishyasi tasya padabjayoho paddati margameva mumukshubhih mrugyate. Hey, Dhruva, whom you are going to take shelter, his lotus feet is searched by even the great mumukshus, those who are looking for liberation. But still they are also not able to get it. That means not so easy also. Asrityacha nanyasmin bhava asaktiryasya tadrushe manasi. So you take shelter. So lotus feet of the Lord and don't keep anything in that heart, in your heart, in your mind. So anyasmin asaktihi na. There should not be any asakti towards other things than Krishna. Panchavarshikasya te karma anadhikarat. Because now the Dhruva is having only 5 years age. 5 years old boy. So he doesn't need to do any karma. Karma adhikarata is not there. So that's why he's completely no duties for him, no karma. Pitru dharma, putra dharma, no, nothing is there to him. 5 years old boy. So that's why what he should do, my dear boy. So your only one dharma is there. You have no karma dharma. Only one dharma, that is bhakti. Bhakti dharma hi. That means you fully focus. So your mind on Lord Vishnu, Lord Hari. And what is her intention? Now you have no duties. If you become little old, then you'll be having the duties. This duty, that duty, what? So many duties. So then that is very, those duties will cover bhakti. Duties covering bhakti means, oh, my child is having exam now, I should focus on her examination. So that's why he will stop studying Bhagavatam and he will also reading along with her. So are he reading along with him or her that mathematics? You will feel that. So now exam is important for my child. Bhagavatam we can read anytime, other time. That's not a problem. Now it is happening what? Bhakti is being covered by so-called dharma. So when people they grow up and dharma will become compulsory. So now, my dear boy, you have no dharma because you have no karma adhikarata. You don't need to do any duty. Now you focus your mind completely on Lord. And you may think, your mother, don't worry about me. Even mothers like me, crores are there. What is the use? No use. But if you take really shelter of Lord, and dukkha gandhamapi na sushati, you will not get any tinge of sorrow. So, which is best? What is best for you? Mummy, no, mummy. Go to Lord, actually, Hari. 5 years old Babu bole, what he says, Mummy. That they say. No, mummy, Baba, no. So this is whatever you want, you get from him. Powerful preaching, actually, by Mother Suniti. That is Kshatriya blood. He also followed. We are going to see that. The system of Bhakti Yoga described by Queen Suniti to her son is the standard way of God realization. Everyone can continue in his constitutional occupational duties. At the same time, keep the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart. So, keeping him in the heart, so one has to follow his devotional duty. This was also instructed by Lord himself to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Go on fighting, but keep me within your heart. So, but here fighting is also why? To set an example to the society. So fighting should not cover bhakti here. If you think that fighting is also needed, then gone. You are a fighter and I should do fighting also. Then your bhakti is covered. If you have fighting is also helpful for bhakti, your fighting is gone. Your fighting is going to cover gnana karmadi avrutam. So that's why that should be the motto of every honest person seeking perfection in Krishna consciousness. In this connection, Queen Suniti advised her son that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Vrityavatsala, which indicates that he is very kind to his devotees. She said, you came to me crying, having been insulted by your stepmother, but I am unable to do any good for you. But Krishna is so kind to his devotees that if you go to him, then the combined kindness of millions of mothers like me will be suppressed by his affectionate and tender dealings. Krishna's commentary is translating here, Prabhupada so wonderfully. Thousands, millions of mothers no use Baba. Mhm. And everyone else fails to mitigate one's mercy. Krishna is able to help the devotee. Queen Suniti also stressed the process of approaching Supreme Personality of Godhead is not easy, but is sought after by great sages who are that's why mumukshu. It means people who are desiring for liberation, they are also looking for this. So, Charana, the lotus feet of the Lord, they are also searching. So, they are also searching means they are not getting so easily. That means this process is not so easy, my dear child. And but by the process of Bhakti Yoga, even a child less than 5 years, any one of any age can be purified. That is a special significance of Bhakti Yoga. So next, Nanyam Tatah Padma Palasha Lochana Dukkhaschidam Te Mrugyami Kanchana Yo Mrugyate Hastagruhita Padmaya Shriyetarai Shriyetarai Anga Vimrugyamanaya श्रियेतरैरङ्गविमृग्यमाणया
My dear Dhruva, as far as I'm concerned, I do not find anyone who can mitigate your distress but the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose eyes are like lotus petals. Many demigods, such as Lord Brahma, seek the pleasure of the goddess of fortune, but the goddess of fortune herself, with a lotus flower in her hand, is always ready to render service to the Supreme Lord.
Thank you, Mother. So, my dear Dhruva, I don't find any one who can mitigate your distress. So she is telling, hey, Nanyam Tataha, don't go to others. So, worshipping demigods is so easy. But their results, whatever they give, those are all very temporary. And also, they can't mitigate completely the distress. Asamarthas. So that's why, my dear Dhruva, I'm not asking you to not to go to anyone else. I'm not asking you to go to any other demigods. I'm asking you to go to only Lord Hari and even Mother Lakshmi, who is holding a lotus flower like a torch, like we hold torch in the hands. She is also holding lotus flower like a torch, like a lamp. And that Lakshmi also searching him or worshipping him. Lakshmi also worshipping what to speak others. That means others means Etaraihi means Brahma Adibhi. Even your great grandfather, all they worship him only. So that's why Don't go to any other demigods. Only worship Lord Hari. Like that she is saying. Like you see people who have no intelligence, Alpamedasaha. They worship demigods. Those Alpamedasaha, those who have less intelligence. And they are carried away by the desires. That's why they approach demigods to get quickly the results. But Sumedasaha, Alpamedasaha, they worship demigods. Sumedasaha, they worship Lord Hari. Suniti pointed out here with that benediction received from the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that received from the demigods are not an equal level. Foolish persons say that no matter whom one worship, one will get the same result. But actually, that is not a fact. Even material results given by Lord and material results given by demigods, there is a huge difference is there. Material results given by demigods will be binding you to this material world. But if you do bhakti to get material results also, and those material things, those results will not bind you, that will be auspicious. Who is example for this? Already we studied. For getting material benefit, one should go to Lord Hari only. And he went and he got. Who is that? Yes. Yes, bro. Rangaram.
Kardamamuni.
Kardamuni, yes. Kardamuni. Kardamuni got material results from Lord. That is what is that material result? Getting good wife. And by that did he get any bondage? No. Lord came, appeared, and he blessed. You are going to have a child, baby. That I only appeared as your son. And after that, you'll be having the 9 daughters, and then you'll finally get so bhakti. And you can leave home when I appear. Like that clearly, Lord. So made Kardamuni life clear. So if you do bhakti, even if you get material results, that's fine. Instead of approaching demigods. Whatever you want, you ask Lord only. Don't go others. And then don't desire other things. Go to the stage of Anya Bilashita Sunyam. That is best. One should come to that stage. Okay. Actually, even if you worship demigods, whatever results you get, those are not giving. Those are not given by them. Actually, they also, whatever you worship, should reach to Lord only through them. And Lord only sanctions, then they will give to you. So then, if you are intelligent, you directly worship Lord Hari. Although a pure devotee doesn't seek benedictions from the Supreme Lord for material advancement, it is stated in Bhagavad Gita that pious persons go to the Lord even for material benedictions. Artho, Artharthi, Jignasu, Gnani, cha Bharatarshava. They are not pure devotees. They are Prakruta. They are Prakruta Bhakta. One second. Abba. They are Prakruta Bhaktas. their Shraddha is not completely on Bhakti. Exclusive faith means having faith in only in Krishna, not maybe any other things. That is exclusive faith, and that should be also strong. That should be also strong. But people who are in the Komal Shraddha, their faith is not so strong. That's why they have karma adhikarata, kinchit karma adhikarata. Mridu Shraddhanam kinchit karma adhikarata. They should do karma, nitya naimittik karma. That's why people who have exclusive faith with strongness, they are eligible to leave karma and to do practice of direct devotional services 24/7. Next, Maitreya Uvacha. Evam sanjalpitam matur akarnyarthagamam vachaha sanniyamyatmanatmanam निश्चक्राम पितुः पुरात् निश्चक्राम पितुः पुरात्.
The great sage Maitreya continued, the instruction of Dhruva Maharaja's mother, Suniti, was actually meant for fulfilling his desired objective. Therefore, after deliberate consideration and with intelligence and fixed determination, he left his father's house.
Pituh Purat. Oh, it's not his Pura. Pituh Pura. Akarnya Arthagamam Vachaha. After hearing, he nicely understood that. So, understood that and he left. He left that palace. Both the mother and the son were lamenting. Dhruva Maharaj having been insulted by his stepmother and his fathers, not having taken any step on this issue. But mere lamentation is useless. One should find out the means to mitigate one's lamentation. Thus, both mother and son decided to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, because that is the only solution to all material problems. It is indicated in this connection that Dhruva Maharaj left his father's capital city to go to a secluded place to search out the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is the instruction of Prahlad Maharaj also that if one is seeking peace of mind, he should free himself from all contamination of family life and take shelter of the Supreme Personality, Godhead, Supreme Godhead, by going to the forest. To the Gaudiya Vaishnava, this forest is the forest of Vrindavan or Vrindavan. If one takes shelter of Vrindavan under Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani, certainly all the problems of his life will be life are solved very easily. नारदस्तदुपाकर्ण्य ज्ञात्वा तस्य चिकीर्षितं स्पृष्ट्वा मूर्धन्यघाग्नेन पाणिना प्राह विस्मितः स्पृष्ट्वा मूर्धन्यघाग्नेन पाणिना प्राह विस्मितः.
The great sage Narada overheard this news and understanding all the activities of Dhruva Maharaj, he was struck with wonder. He approached Dhruva and touched the boy's head. With his all virtuous hand, he spoke as follows.
Yeah. Narada Muni got surprised. What a determination this boy. And he approached Dhruva and touching boy's head with his all virtuous hand. She's so lucky. So that is mercy. The mercy of Narada Muni. When Dhruva Maharaja was talking with his mother Suniti of all the incidents that had taken place in the palace, Narada was not present. Thus the question may be raised, how Narada overheard all these topics? The answer is that Narada is Trikalagna. He is so powerful that he can understand the past, future, and present of everyone's heart, just like the super soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, after understanding the strong determination of Dhruva, Maharaja Narada came to help him. It may be explained in this way. Supreme Personality of Godhead is present in everyone's heart as soon as he understands that a living entity is serious about entering devotional service. He sends his representative. So that's why after Sadhu Sangha, you can get Guru. So Guru is given by Lord and Lord is given by Guru. So Sadhu Sangha is completely causeless. But Guru is by the mercy of Lord. So by associating sadhus, if you determine to practice bhakti, you want to progress in bhakti, then he will arrange, Lord will arrange Guru. This is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bij. By the grace of spiritual master and Krishna, one can enter into devotional service. But beginning is by whom? By sadhus. And that beginning is completely causeless. So that's the Lord sent Narada to initiate him. Aho teja kshatriyanam manabhangam amrushyata balopyayam hrudadatte yat samaturasatvachaha yat samaturasatvachaha.
How wonderful are the powerful Kshatriyas. They cannot tolerate even a slight infringement upon their prestige. Just imagine, this boy is only a small child, yet harsh words from his stepmother proved unbearable to him. Hare Krishna.
This is the power of a Kshatriya. Kshatriyas, outwardly they look so soft, but inside very strong in the heart. But Brahmanas, outwardly they are very, looks like hard, but in the inside so soft. They easily forgive, but Kshatriya they can't forgive. They can't. That is not the Kshatriya's nature. They will say outwardly, yes, yes, okay, it's okay, but when time comes, definitely they will take revenge. Then they will make everything, they will pay everything. This is quality of a Kshatriya, which you can see in Mahabharata. So Paushya, the king Paushya, and so Vedas disciple, what is his name? Some name is there actually, one Brahmana. He goes to that king's place. So there was mistake. So that Brahmana was fed impure food. Then this Brahmana boy gave curse. And then Kshatriya also give curse because that Paushya, King Paushya also give curse because it's not done intentionally why you are giving this kind of curse. So that's why you will not get any children. Go. Then finally Brahmana says, okay, okay, sorry. Let's why we should curse each other. I will take back my curse. Then Paushya says, I can't take back my curse because I am Kshatriya. I can't tolerate. any insult. This is my nature. This is Kshatriya nature. That's why, as they, through Mahabharata, explain the nature of various varnas and ashramas, duties, so many things. They are very strong actually. That's why you don't find Kshatriya so easily. Of course, Brahmana is also further rare. Kshatriya is also rare. All are Sudras only. Most of the qualities we can see in the such people, those are Sudra and Vaishya qualities. So 99% people are 90. So are like this only. Maybe 1% Kshatriya and 0.1% Brahmanas. We simply see few qualities and we decide, oh, he's Kshatriya. No. Really, if you want to understand Kshatriya nature, then you have to see Mahabharata. Ideal. So that's why how wonderful are the powerful Kshatriyas. Narada Muni is thinking like the party. Just the harsh words of his stepmother, he can't tolerate this. And he came out from palace. The qualification of Kshatriyas are described in Bhagavad Gita. Two important qualifications are to have a sense of prestige and not to flee from battle. It appears that Kshatriya blood within the body of Dhruva Maharaj was naturally very active. That's why by birth one can become Varna. It is possible if parents are properly have the samskaras. So that's why you can see in the Vedic traditions by birth also Varna is decided. But it's not compulsory, but you cannot neglect birth also. Then why blood is said here? Kshatriya blood is flowing. By birth, Varna is not accepted, then why it is said here? So that's why the blood will flow. Whatever Varna people have, that blood is flowing when that Varna is purely maintained from Brahma to till now. Otherwise, there is a chance of changing. So that's why mostly changes will be there. So we go with the guna. Just by family lineage, we can't decide. We should also check, we should verify whether quality of that family is there or not. If it is not there, then we have to see whether it is increased or it went to higher level or it went to lower level. That we have to see, and finally we should decide what is his varna. First, you should check his lineage as for his family. If it is increased, that means his varna is he has more qualities, higher varna qualities. Then you have to decide he is belong to higher varna. Otherwise, lower varna. If it is same, then let him. Who is saying? Bhakti Thakur is saying in Sajjanitoshani how to decide a varna. First preference is what is his varna. Let it check. But now, now completely before marriage, all most of the girls they are having boyfriends and having sex. After this 2000 Gen Zs living together. Co-living hostels are there everywhere in South India. Also nowadays in Delhi. Co-living is fully in the Bangalore. It's not that just doing sex only there. And in the I did sex, but now in the marriage, I am pure. So after marriage, I had sex with only my husband. So that's why my child is pure. No. Gone means gone. Once it is impure means impure. Gaya tham se. One time also it's polluted, then it's a pollution only. That womb is polluted womb. And also, even mentally also one thinks is gone. Mentally means mentally she is having someone in her heart. Then that's the impurity. That impurity will attract impure soul only. So the way like heart, like Vasudeva's heart is so pure, that's why Vasudeva Sabditam, that Suddha Sattvam. His heart is Suddha Sattvam, that's why who appeared there? Lord appeared. And from his heart, he entered into the heart of Mother Devaki. Then she entered into the womb and then he appeared. The way heart, that kind of soul will be attracted. So that's why if it is a pure heart, so that's why in the Vaishnavas families, there is a good chance to have a pure souls to come there. Not just by changing dress and having tilak. Heart should be pure. That's why based upon the purity of the heart, soul will be attracted. If your heart is completely pure, then Lord he will himself come. Lord himself will appear. Like Vasudeva's case. So here, you should understand that Kshatriya, blood is there in him. It appears that the Kshatriya blood within the body of Dhruva was naturally very active. If the Brahminical Kshatriya or Vaishya, if the Brahminical Kshatriya or Vaishya culture is maintained in a family, naturally the sons and grandsons inherit the spirit of the particular class. Note this point. So this is the point actually. You should not simply reject the birth. No, you can't reject. Culture is maintained in the family means culture maintenance means samskaras. As per that varna, samskaras happens in their families, not only one family, one generation, in previous generations also. Naturally, the sons and grandsons inherit the spirit of particular class. That's by birth. By birth, one will become that varna. So most of the times, actually, you can see in the other yugas, Satyuga, Treta, and Kali, Dwapara yugas, you can see the most of the times they strictly follow their culture, family culture, generation after generation. That's why you will see, oh, Kshatriya son is Kshatriya. That's not wrong at all. But even see, Rishabhadev's 100 sons, 9 are Navayogendras, and 11 are Kshatriyas, no, 10 are Kshatriyas. So then 81 are Brahmanas. But there are many examples are there. Even in the past age also, in past yugas. Both actually. Both possibilities are there. But in the Kali Yuga, these people, they never maintain any culture and simply they claim that my son is Brahman. This is exploitation. They did. That's why Bhakti, Siddhanta, Saraswati, Thakur brought this Dayo Varnashrama Dharma. Stop your all nonsense. Who are you, Brahmana? You are eating fish, you are Brahmana? What is nonsense? Like that, he blasted actually all the Bengal so-called Brahmanical culture. All Jalapushpa. They say fishes as a Jalapushpa. It is also flower from water. And they eat these flowers. And they call Brahmanas themselves. He completely went against actually. You people are criticizing Vaishnavas and they are having less low birth and someone are becoming Vaishnava, they are criticizing actually. Like example, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji and like our great Acharya, Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur. So they used to criticize what is this sampradaya, what kind of culture. So now Bhakti Siddhanta fought against this nonsense because nobody is by birth Brahmana. Because where is your purity of the culture? where it is. There is no Upanayana samskaras, there are no samskaras, there are no traditions, culture, nothing, no training, nothing. Then how stop this? But some families they maintain. You can't neglect also. That's why Bhaktivinoda said, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So you can consider family also as one factor, not the whole and sole factor, to decide Varna. If one fails to observe the reformatory measure, means reformatory means what? Samskaras. Current in the family. Current means what? From previous generations. One is immediately degraded to lower standard of life. If samskaras, reformatory means samskaras. Reformatory measures means samskaras, culture, and so on and so. Current is in the family. Current means not from one generation, pravaha. Current means flow. From one generation to one generation, like that, at least 7 generations. It should be maintained. Both sides, mother and father. No mixing, no contamination. Then there is. Then there is a chance. Then there is a guarantee. Otherwise, reformatory should be done as per the nature, observing the nature. No tags. Tags will not be given. So that's why we have to have giving varna for the children. That should be introduced in our movement. That is not yet introduced actually. That is varnashrama society. Not just we should now devotees also ultimately they think Brahman Diksha is just like a simple one ritualistic process, and they always consider themselves as their own varna, and they do all the exchanges, everything with the same caste. There is no value for the Daivarnashrama given by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. So, and also other varnas are not yet cultivated actually, not given, not trained. It should be seen, observed that nature is there, then it should be identified and given that kind of training. Then you should call them as Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. For this only Srila Prabhupada introduced Varnashrama colleges. Yes, Sarvani Mataji.
No problem. I just was curious whether how do we do this Varna with the children? I mean, is it a ritual itself, or we
Yeah, everything is given in Shastra, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave, you read that. Sajjanitoshni, you can search the articles. Sajjanitoshni article, 15 years old boy, then he has to be 4 people in a village. That 4 Varnas experts should be there as a one council, and parents also should be part of that council, and they will be observing. And after that, they identify one Varna. So 2 years of period will be given. Then they are this boy is able to perform that. So then he is that Varna. Otherwise, he is considered as lower or higher. Everything is given actually. We people, we don't, even our Prabhupada books are not taught nowadays. As conveniently they teach. You give some money, 10%, and whatever you do, and just to chant some rounds, you are going back to Godhead. All this philosophy is a manufactured and light philosophy to increase the crowd actually. Just to water downing the process and the sampradaya. This kind of light teachings are going on. There are no actual teachings given by acharyas. It's getting down day by day, watered down. Prabhupada said in 1970s itself, now boil the milk. Actually, instead of boiling, they are mixing water further and further. Only to increase crowd actually. Because if you bring one candidate for Diksha, you'll get 10,000 rupees. You know that. And also they will become your lifetime patrons. They will give water seva through you only. Whatever donations they should give through you. So then you will be gathering the control on your You are getting the control on their donations, and now you are the hero. This is the motivation behind arranging dikshas. What kind of standards are there in the society now? And that crowd will be my crowd, my disciples. Of course, Guru will be there. Guru who is going to, which Guru is going to take care of his disciples? Means he is having thousands, hundreds. Which Guru is knowing that what is happening with his disciple? In between, there are so many like farmer produce the yield. Then there are so many middle persons. They add their their profit and then they sell to the end customer. Similarly, there are so many middle persons between guru and disciple. They take out so many benefits. They control money power, manpower. The same game actually. Like outside world, the controlling of money power and manpower. This is going on. Actually. The fact. The fact is fact. Have to be changed. Culture has to be changed. It will not. Anyway, such a preaching will not stand for a long time. That will finished. That will be finished. Next. Narada Uvacha. Nadhunaप्यवमानं te sammanam vapi putraka. Lakshayamah kumarasya saktasya kridanadishu. Read.
The great sage Narada told Dhruva, my dear boy, you are only a little boy whose attachment is to sports and other frivolities. Why are you so affected by words insulting your honor?
Little boy. So little 5 years old boys, they like to play. But this little boy is not little boy. He is very, very powerful Kshatriya boy. He can't tolerate that words, that insult by his stepmother. And Narada is saying, why you are, you should go and play. He's telling, why you came here? You go and play with your toys. Why you should feel botheration of such a harsh for those words? Because there is no purity of our heart. So that's why we don't exhibit our nature properly. Nowadays, all are lesser than Sudras only. We are all just for a little pleasure, we sacrifice anything. But previously, people used to stand on dharma, whatever the pain comes, they used to tolerate. Now, the last 2 decades, things degrade very, very rapidly, actually. Even nobody have any kind of fear of dharma. And they are not feeling glorious to maintain their dharma. Just break the rules. What are the use of this all dharma culture? Just look for your enjoyment. If it is so giving pleasure to you, you do that. I like it, I enjoy it, that's all. Who are you to ask? This is the culture actually. So break the rules. Whatever this all nonsense, scrap rules, leave it. Let us enjoy. Wow. This is the trend actually. Let's enjoy. How was weekend? So this is the question on the Monday every day in company. Hey, so and so, how was the weekend? How much you enjoy? How much? This much, this much. Where did you go? How much you bottles you drank? How many bottles? And then with how many girls you roam? How much shopping you did? That's all. That means breaking all 4 rules. Illicit sex, then after that drinking, then after that eating meat, How many plates of biryani you ate? So chicken, mutton, that's only their enjoyment. Then how much? So this kind of things, enjoyment actually. Those people, they have no dharma. But you see, this Kshatriya boy is very powerful and exhibiting his nature. So he can't tolerate the harsh words from anyone actually. He can sacrifice anything. So for proving his position, and that boy is not at all interested in playing now. Left all those things. Left even mother also. 5 years old boy leaving mother. In the case of Narada Muni, actually, mother left. But here, Narada also was like that. He also 5 years old by left his mother. He didn't left his mother left him. By arrangement of the Lord. Then he also was going in the forest. I think he's remembering his past. Narada Muni by seeing Dhruva Maharaj. I was also going like that. So, Narada Muni really came there to help him. And before that, he's just checking. Hey, you should go. Why you should bother about these words of your stepmother? Just play nicely with your toys. Ordinarily, if a child is rebuked as a rascal or fool, he smiles and doesn't take such insulting words very seriously. Similarly, if words of honor are offered, he doesn't appreciate them. But in the case of Dhruva Maharaja, the Kshatriya spirit was so strong that he couldn't tolerate a slight insult from his stepmother, which injured his Kshatriya prestige. This is the power. विकल्पे विद्यमानेऽपि न ह्यसन्तोषहेतवः पुंसो मोहमृते भिन्ना यल्लोके निजकर्मभिः यल्लोके निजकर्मभिः.
My dear Dhruva, if you feel that your sense of honor has been insulted, you still have no cause for dissatisfaction. This kind of dissatisfaction is another feature of the illusory energy. Every living entity is controlled by its previous actions, and therefore there are different varieties of life for enjoying or suffering.
So here Narada is saying, hey, why you are feeling so much of this? So honor has been insulted. You still have no cause for dissatisfaction. This kind of distraction is another. So it's just to think that it is your previous karma like that and what it can be, you just to go on. So you're understanding. Nada is telling that, hey, this is your past karma. And because of that only now you got this insult. What is there? Just don't take it seriously. So leave it. So be happy, whatever you have. So like that he is saying. विकल्पो विद्यमानेऽपि न हि असन्तोष हेतवः. What is saying? Vikalpo bhedaha tasmin vidyamanepi iti. In the case of actually here, Jnana Yoga, there will be no Vikalpa. But in the Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga, there is Vikalpa. Vikalpa means choice. So, what kind of choice? विद्यमानेऽपि पुंसः मोहम् एव असन्तोषस्य हेतवः अवमानादयः तत्कर्तारश्च भिन्नाः न सन्ति किन्तु मोह एव इत्यर्थः. So here what Narada Muni is saying, my dear boy, whatever you got, that insult, that is because of your past deeds actually. And thinking about them is also moha. यदि अस्माल् लोके सर्वत्र निज कर्मभिर्येव अशुभैः असन्तोष हेतवः अवमानादयः तत्कर्तारश्च भवन्ति इति आत्मानं विना कस्मै दोषं दे इत्यतः एव विवेकिनः भक्ताः कर्मिणश्च केचित् मत्सराः भवन्ति इति भावः. Anyway, this commentary takes more much time, so I'll go simple way. So pumsa moham rite भिन्नाः yalloke nija karma bhi. So the causes for unhappiness are what? Just your past karma. And now you should not consider that. You have no cause for dissatisfaction. This kind of dissatisfaction is another feature of illusory energy. Moha eva. This dissatisfaction is moha, asantosha. Next. In the Vedas, it is said that living entity is always uncontaminated and unaffected by material association. The living entity gets different types of material bodies because of his previous fruitive activity. Always Atma is pure, but avidya is covering and karma is accompanied. So that's why it is getting different bodies. But Atma is always pure. This we already explained. So it's simply what? It's a fruitive karma actually is the cause. Narada Rishi first of all wanted to impress upon Dhruva Maharaja that he was only a child. He should not have been affected by words of insult or honor. And if he were so developed as to understand honor and insult, then this understanding should have been applied in his own life. He should have known that honor and dishonor are both destined only by one's previous actions. Therefore, one should not be sorrow or happy under the any circumstance. Prabhupada clearly explain here next. Paritushyeta tatastata tavan matrena purusha devopasaditam yavad viksheshvara gatim buddha.
The process of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very wonderful. One who is intelligent should accept that process and be satisfied with whatever comes, favorable or unfavorable, by his supreme will.
Yeah. So karma is the cause for getting the results. So we should accept this process of karma and whatever comes as a result, which may be favorable or unfavorable, we should accept it. So here say like that. So you got like your mother Suniti also said, this is your karma. That's why you got now this kind of insult. So similarly here also Narada Muni also is saying, this is your karma. Yasmadeva tasmad devena prachina nijakarmana upasaditam prapitam yavat. Prachina karmana. Prachina nijakarmana. His own previous karma is cause. For this lamentation or the pain or pleasure. And this is also this karma's results are also under the direction of Lord only is given. It's not that the whimsically results are coming. Paramatma is sitting and he is awarding what result should be given to this karmi, whether good or bad, based upon the present karma which is ripened. As per the ripened karma, he will give sometimes pleasure or sometimes pain. So who Paramatma? That's why under his direction only it is happening. But in the case of devotees, there is no role of karma. The Lord only gives pain and pleasure. One who is in the transcendental position beyond the conception of body life is considered to be intelligent. One who is a devotee especially accepts all reverses as gifts of Supreme Lord. So that's why pure devotee, whatever it comes, it may be for outside people, it is pain and pleasure thing, like getting diseases, losing pay, closed people. All these things, actually, he will take in a favor only. So everything is mercy he takes. So, but you see in the pure devotee's case also sometimes pain. Why? Lord only gives that pain, no, but not karma. Why? So his will, he want to treat his devotee. It may be many reasons actually. Many reasons. So like doctor gives pain to the patient when he give so injection. Pain is coming or not? Yes. When he do surgery, he's cutting body. His pain is coming or not? Yes. Doctor is the best well-wisher for this body, but still he is giving pain. Why? That is needed. Various reasons. So ultimate reason is what? Curing the disease. Similarly, surrendered souls may have some kind of contamination till anartha nivritti. So then he will give, even in the further stages also, he can give so many things, some pain or some separation or something. But all are because of sort of love only. And devotee also takes like that only. Because he is a pure devotee. It's my Lord's mercy to teach something and let me have it. And he never see that it is obstacle for his bhakti. He never get disturbed by that pain. So this is spirit of pure devotion. It is one of the symptom of surrendered soul. Who takes all pleasure, pain, everything as favor of the Lord. So this is a symptom of pure devotion. So pure devotee till the stage of anartha he can have. Whoever is having Dhruva, their bhakti starts, bhajan starts. That's why pure devotees mean don't think that his heart is pure. Pure devotee means the one who dedicated himself for the Lord. His heart may be having some kind. Na nirvinno nati sakta. He is not fully detached and he is not fully attached. So we are hearing 11th canto, 20th chapter, sloka number 8 and 9 there. So he is not fully detached. So 7 and 8 actually, yes. So contamination will be there. But still is pure devotee because he has strong faith and he dedicated his everything for Lord, fully surrendered. And now with that full surrender, he's doing all the time Shravana Kirtana Dhruva Bhakti. And that So devotee may get pain or pleasure. He never blame Lord for this. He never lose faith on Lord for this. That is pure devotion. When a devotee is put into distress, he accepts this as God's mercy and offers him repeated obeisances with his body, mind, and intellect. And that's why, my dear, so Kunti Maharani, because sometimes painful situation is very favorable for remembering Lord. Joyful situation is very easily to forget Lord, material joy. So that's why devotees always look for the pain, vipadaha. So problems. How many are interested in the problems? Raise the hands. Vipadaha santunaha. Want more difficulties. Only two. You all want to luxurious bhakti? Bhakti in a luxurious way? My God. You will all get pain very soon. Don't worry. You will also get habituated. You may think, why, what kind of he is giving blessings? That's good, na? Yes. We should accept that. That is good for this. Otherwise, you can't remember more. Oh, a lot of money, nice family members, and nice enjoyment, good understanding materially, good family. So much caring, loving by parents and also relatives, wife, husband. So you will easily forget. Very easily you will forget about Krishna. So if difficulties are given in your life means you are taken care by Lord. God is so nice and He is giving mercy to you. He is directly watching you. You should understand this. So that's why you want to be watched by Lord or not. He himself says, whomever I watch, I will make them first poor. And I will take away everything, whatever they have. Then I will give new thing to them. He will make you empty first. Then after that, he will feel whatever he wants. That is bhakti. Nishkinchanaha. That's why he says his devotees are nishkinchanas. Akinchana gojara. They are very poor in materialistic way. Let him take away everything. Huh? Be ready for that. If he is going to take away, what is the problem for you? At least he is coming to take away from you. You should be happy for that. At least he is seeing you and taking it. Anna? Prem Prakash, what do you say?
Yes, Prabhuji. Reverses are always for better.
Yeah.
All the reverses that come actually is a mercy of the Lord to bring closer to Him.
Yes. That's why partner will leave. In the old age, they will lose partners, their life partners. Oh, then you should not feel bad, actually. You should feel happy. That means this is a mercy only of the Lord. Children will be kicking you out from the family. They will not give any respect. Wow, this is good for you. Sachi Prema. It's good for you, actually. Don't run behind their love. That's not going to give any spiritual benefit. It's simply waste of time. Yeah. They are helping. Lord is directly helping you to wind up the things. Just wind up. So like that, you should consider everything as the mercy of the Lord. This is the symptom of pure devotion. It is a symptom, actually. Really, it's a mercy actually. Krishna actually took away everything from Prabhupada's life. No cooperation from wife, even after so lot of try. Business failure, completely loss. Utterly he failed in material life. And so horrible in life, family life. Prabhupada so happily left. He dedicated. He took one prasasam very soon and he fully dedicated himself for preaching. And he writes actually this thing, explaining about his situation. That's Lord so merciful actually, Lord. Then he got so many millions of disciples, thousands of disciples. So that's why I say, Lord will take away what you have which are not needed and also he give. First he will take away, then after that he will give. So that's why whatever you need, that everything he will give. Yoga kshemam vahamyam. You should be having faith on these words. Lord is directly declaring and he's asking his devotee to declare on his behalf. Kaunteya name bhakta pranashyati. Oh, my dear Arjuna, go and declare boldly in the great assemblies by playing drums that Krishna's devotee never perishes. So he will not be perished by anything. You go and declare this. If I declare, I may doubtful actually. My words I don't put. So I may not keep my words actually. Already so many times I failed. But if my devotee declares, so I will never make it fail. That is Lord Krishna actually. So one should have faith on Lord. We have faith on only systems. We have faith on only money bank balance. We have faith on only wealth. We have faith on only relatives, family members. This is very poor actually. Poor situation actually. This is poor situation in bhakti. So when a devotee is put into distress, he accepts this as God's mercy. Okay. An intelligent person, therefore, should be always satisfied depending on the mercy of the Lord. This word is, do you think is a so easy word? Prabhupada so nectarianly is writing. Depending on the mercy of the Lord. He never said you to pamper some people to get some favor. He never said you to become degraded actually. Being a devotee, you should never fall down from that state. Should be very strong, bold, and confident. This is a symptom actually of pure devotion. Very strong, bold, confident, and clear. What is clarity? Krishna will protect me in any situation. He is there with me. This is Rakshaishyati iti viswasaha. He will protect me. This kind of viswasa you should have. If you are not having means, still we are lacking in Krishna consciousness. That's why karmis, they get their result as per their previous karma. So my dear boy, so as per your karma, you are getting this distress. Why you are worried so much? One who is intelligent should accept that process. So that's why you accept this process. As per my karma, it came and let it be. So what can be done? Why I have to go for this forest? to retaliate or to prove. What do you need of proving? Anyway, as per my karma, I got and leave. I will leave it. That's Surichi. Just so I am, as per my karma, I got. Lord will see whatever karma she has to get, she will get also result of that karma. Like that, Narada Muni is telling to him. Then what he said? Atamantropadishtena yogena varurutsase yat prasadam savai pumsam duraradyo mato mama duraradyo mato mama.
Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother, just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It's very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What is saying further? Ata mantropadishtena yogena avarutsasi. By the yoga process, you want to achieve Lord. It's very difficult, beta. My dear child, it is very difficult process. Why? Why you need this? Ati katinaha. Tavatu praripsito ayam udyamo ati katinaha. So now you are coming out. So you are desiring something and you are wanting to some process. Very difficult. Means coming to the forest, doing some sadhana is a very dangerous and difficult also. Because forest 5 years old, by what he can do? Munayaha padavim yasya nisangeno rujanmabihi navidur mrugayantopi tivra yoga samadhina.
Narada Muni continued. After trying this process for many, many births and remaining unattached to material contamination, placing themselves continually in trance and executing many types of austerities, many mystic yogis were unable to find the end of the path of God realization. Hare Krishna.
So he is explaining this yoga process. So yoga process is very difficult. Many, many lives they continue of doing yoga process, many births. And it's very difficult to remain uncontamination, unattached, and so not to be contaminated. It's very difficult. And many austerities. Unable to find the end of the path of God realization. About yoga process, he's telling. Yoga samadhina. Ato nirvartatamesha nirbandhastava nishpalaha yatishyati bhavan kale shreyasam samupasthite shreyasam samupasthite.
For this reason, My dear boy, you should not endeavor for this. It will not be successful. It is better that you go home. When you are grown up, by the mercy of the Lord, you will get a chance for these mystic performances. At that time, you may execute this function.
So, this yoga process is not an ordinary process and it's not easy for you. You go, and after growing up, so by mercy of Lord, you will get a chance to for these mystic performances. Because Narada Muni is thinking that just he wants something through yoga process and so do some yoga and get some mystic powers and then so take or establish his position. So like that he is thinking about Dhruva and telling in that sense. Generally in Satyuga they do yoga only. Na? Why they go to the forest? To do yoga process. So that's why in that sense. Generally a thoroughly trained person takes us to spiritual perfection at the end of his life. According to the Vedic system, therefore, life is divided into four. Brahmachari, so they, with the spiritual master, householders, Vanaprastha, so they are living in the Vana. They live household life and they live Vana. And sannyasis, completely dedicated to absolute truth. Generally, people think that childhood is meant for enjoy. So, like that, he's saying. So, young boy, enjoy it. With playing and whatever is coming, that insult, just consider it as your karma, your previous karma. Why you have to bother so much? And play nicely. And this process, what are you coming to forest to do yoga? That is very difficult process. यस्य यद्दैव विहितं सतेना सुखदुःखयोः आत्मानं तोषयन् देहि तमसः पारमृच्छते तमसः पारमृच्छति.
Okay. One should try to keep himself satisfied in any condition of life, whether distress or happiness, which is offered by the supreme will. A person who endures in this way to able to cross over the darkness of these signs very easily.
So he's saying whatever the karma results you are getting, just accept that as the will of the Lord. That's what Paramatma is giving. So, and so that you can progress in your life, you will be not disturbed. That's the point. So if you enjoy, you'll get enjoyment. If you are getting enjoyment means because of your punya, and that punya is gone if you by enjoying, and you are getting pain because of your previous bad karma. So now that bad karma is gone, papa is gone. So good, na? So in this way you will be keep on enjoying. So you will be finishing your punya and papa. Then you will be relieved from the samsara. Tamasa samsarat. Finally, you will be coming out. Tamasaha param richati. He crossed this material world. So that's why you should not disturb when you get pain and pleasure. Just whatever is there, you accept it and let it happen in your life, pain and pleasure. So then you will be completely so out from this punya and papa, pious and impious. When we enjoy life in so-called material habit, it is to be understood that we are diminishing the resultant actions of our pious activities, and when we are suffering, diminishing what? Sinful activity, impious activity. Instead of being attached to the circumstance, happiness, and distress resulting from pious and impious activities, if we want to get out from the clutches of nescience, then whatever position we are put in by the will of the Lord, we accept that. So just to tolerate it, whatever punya and papa. So pain and pleasure coming from so papa and punya, you just tolerate it. Let it come and go. Now you are reacting actually. Why she insulted me like that? Then what? Gunadikan mudam lipsed anukrosham gunadhamat maitrim samanat anvichen tapairabhibhuyate natapairabhibhuyate.
Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate toward him. And when he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world.
Yeah. So he's saying, Gunadikam mudam lipsed anukrosham gunadhamat maitrim samanat anvichan natapaihi abhibhuyate. Someone is very qualified, gunadikat. So be happy with that. Someone is having less gunas, just be compassionate. And with equals do friendship. So like that. 34, he's saying like that. So that means those who have more qualities, you should not become envious. But what you should become, you should be happy. So then whoever is having less qualities, then you show compassion, but don't neglect them. And also don't do friendship with them. And those who are equal, so then you do friendship with them. But equals, you should not fight with them. And those who are lesser than you, don't neglect them. Give kripa to them. Those higher qualities who have, be happy with them. Don't show any jealous. Highers, no jealous. With highers, no jealous, only happiness. Feel happy of their good qualities. Less qualities, don't neglect them, but give kripa. Equals, do friendship, but don't fight. So, यदि स्वस्वभाव दोषात् न लभेत तदपि लब्धुम कामयतापि इति अभिप्रायः. So now if you do like this, as per your swabha, what you should not get, that also you will get now. Generally, when we find someone more qualified than ourselves, so we become envious of him. When we find someone less qualified, we deride him. It means we neglect. And when we find someone equal, we become very proud of our activities and we fight with them. Huh? These are the causes of material tribulation. The great sage Narada therefore advised that a devotee should act perfectly instead of being envious of more qualified men, and one should be jolly to receive him. Instead of being oppressive to less qualified men, one should be compassionate towards him, just to raise him to the proper standard. Actually, till now, Narada Muni didn't say a real thing actually. He was just pacifying with other ways. The way mother said, just go and do Hari, worship of Hari. Like that, he is not telling. You do, anyway, you should tolerate why you have to react like this, why you have to come out and go back. This yoga process is very difficult, this and that, like that. And also, anyway, you should be not envious. Whatever your mother, she's not having more qualities. Okay, why you have to so worried about that and be compassionate towards her. So if someone have you qualities like you do, friendship, like that, he is giving various reasons. Now Dhruva, what he is saying then? After hearing this, Dhruva Acha. Soyam shamo bhagavata sukha dukkha hatatmanam darshitah krupaya pumsam durdashosma vid Durdashosmat vidaistu yaha Durdashosmat vidaistu yaha.
Dhruva Maharaj said, My dear Lord Naradaji, for a person whose heart is disturbed by the material conditions of happiness and distress, whatever you have so kindly explained for attainment of peace of mind is certainly a very good instruction. But as far as I am concerned, I am covered by ignorance, and this kind of philosophy does not touch my heart. Hare Krishna.
So till now, whatever Narada said, so what is the reaction for that? Darshitah kripaya pumsam durdasho asmat vidaistu yaha. Soyam shamaha bhagavata sukha dukkha hatatmanam darshitaha. So Narada is simply saying that you just tolerate Baba, whatever the pain you got now as your past karma, result of your past karma, tolerate it. Then you can achieve more. It means you can achieve liberation and don't go for this process of coming to this forest and doing some yoga or something. It's not an easy thing. Like that, Narada said, and he is reacting for that. So what he is saying, this is Kshatriya boy. This is a powerful Kshatriya boy. What is his reaction after hearing this? So, my dear Narada Muni, this preaching, whatever you did, I am not eligible for that. But even I am not qualified, you gave this preaching to me, these teachings, these lessons to me. You taught this thing. But I am not qualified for this. That means tolerating whatever this, accepting it as a result of karma. And so that being tolerating, and then if you, then we can go for further. That means progressing in the spiritual path. All these things will not work out for me. Kshatram swabhavam praptavatah mama hrudi bhinne vidhirna murdu bhajana iva nasriyate natishtati. My dear Lord, my dear Narada Muni, I am Kshatriya. Kshatram swabhavam. My nature is Kshatriya nature. And my heart now is broken. By what? So by the strong words of my stepmother. So in such a heart, your Upadesha Amrutam, your nectarian teachings will not retain. Like if your pot is broken, can you hold water in that? Tell me. Broken pot cannot hold any nectar or any water. Similarly, now my heart is broken. So that's why your nectarian lessons will not retain there. So nicely he's telling Dhruva Maharaj. His heart is broken now. Broken heart means broken pot. Broken pot will not hold anything. Cannot. Like that broken heart cannot hold this Upadesh Amritam. That means, so you give this kind of teachings to those. What? To whom? Not to me. Even Nashriyate Tishtati Vyasasthatya. So you give these things to, like indirectly telling, those who have no guts actually. And those who are very weak. Who are those Brahmanas? You go and give this kind of lessons or teachings to Brahmana boys. Not to me. This is Kshatriya actually. This is Dhruva Maharaj. He's telling to Narada Muni, you give this kind of teachings to Brahmana boys, tolerating all these things. It's as my karma. What can I do? This process is difficult. You tell to them, not to me. That is actually intended meaning. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti is bringing out that. So Brahmane neva yetad upadeshamritam paya. Brahman, to Brahmanas only you make them to drink your nectarian lessons, your nectarian teachings. Mamatu mahaghora shauryavatah kshatriya kumarasya natra drishtihi. I don't look into your teachings, whatever you did now. I am the powerful kshatriya boy. Mahaghora shauryavatah. Extremely powerful. This is the spirit of a kshatriya boy. If someone has such a quality, then he is kshatriya. Otherwise, he is Linju Punju kshatriya. This is Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj ki jai. Natra Drishti, I don't see, I don't care this kind of teachings. Then what? Therefore, these are the various classes of men. One class is called Akamis, referring to those who have no material desire. Desire must exist, either material or spiritual. Material desire. So see here, Dhruva didn't accept the instructions given by great Saint Narada because he thought himself unfit for such instruction. Was he prohibited all material desires? It is not a fact, however, that those who have material desires are prohibited from worshipping the Supreme. This is the essential instructions from the life of Dhruva. He frankly admitted that his heart was full of material desires. He was very much affected by the cruel words of his stepmother. That means Narada Muni's preachings are for those, not for the person like me. My heart is broken by my mother, my stepmother. I want to prove myself. That's all. For Brahmana boys, okay, they can accept your teachings. So, but Dhruva Maharaj frankly admitted that he was not beyond the affliction of material distress and happiness. He was confident that the instructions given by Narada Muni was valuable, but yet he couldn't accept it. The question raised here is whether or not a person afflicted by material desires is fit to worship the Supreme Personality of God. The answer is that everyone is fit. That's why he is going to give instruction to Dhruva that worship Lord Hari. He fulfills everyone's desire. Athapi me vinetasya kshatram ghoramupeyushaha Surutya durvacho banair nabhinne shrayate hrudi.
My dear Lord, I am very impudent for not accepting your instructions. But this is not my fault. It is due to me having been born in a Kshatriya family. My stepmother Suruchi has pierced my heart with her harsh words. Therefore, your valuable instruction does not stand in my heart.
They don't stand. Dhruva Maharaj. Okay. So, in other words, according to his stepmother, he couldn't. Okay, Dhruva Maharaj indirectly informed the great sage Narada that there are 4 kinds of human spirit: Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmana. The spirit of one caste is not applicable to the members of another. The philosophical spirit enunciated by Narada Muni might have been suitable for a Brahmana spirit, but it was not suitable for Kshatriya. Dhruva frankly admitted that he was lacking in Brahminical humility and was therefore unable to accept the philosophy of Narada. That means tolerating, and these are all like for the Brahmanas. Like Gnani's path, this is path of Gnanis. So, Dhruva Maharaj, having already been trained in Kshatriya spirit, would not accept the Brahminical philosophy. In America, we have practical experience of this incompatibility of the Brahminical and Kshatriya temperaments. The American boys who have simply been trained as Sudras are not at all fit to fight in battle. Therefore, when they are called to join the military, they refuse because they don't have Kshatriya spirit. This is a cause of great dissatisfaction in society. That the boys don't have the Kshatriya spirit doesn't mean that they are trained in Brahminical qualities. They are trained as Sudra, and thus in frustration they are becoming hippies. That's why this education based upon the qualities is should be given. Not that everyone should be like a military man or everyone should be like doctors. This is not. This is not right. You have to have various kinds of education based upon the qualities. As per Shastra, not this speculation. Now, nowadays, everyone should study all the books till 10th class. That means almost all 16 years age. Why? It's not necessary actually. That too only technical skills. To become Sudra, only that education is useful. That's why many people's their Brahminical and Kshatriya qualities are completely destroyed actually by exposing them towards this modern education, so-called useless education. This is the greatest need at the present moment for now. There are actually no Brahmanas or Kshatriyas, but only some Vaishyas and for the most part Sudras. The classification of society into Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudras is very scientific. In human social body, the Brahmanas are considered the head, Kshatriyas are the arms, the Vaishyas are the belly, and the Sudras are the legs. At the present moment, the body has legs and belly, but there are no arms and head. And therefore, society is topsy-turvy. It is necessary to re-establish the Brahminical qualification in order to raise the fallen human society to the highest standard of spiritual consciousness. That means that's why Varnashrama must be implemented to bring to the highest standard of spiritual consciousness. That's in our diagram also we see Varnashrama must be there to bring Dhruva Shraddha in them. Otherwise, people will go to the degraded life day by day. Padam tribhuvanotkrishtam jigisho sadhu vartma me bruhyasmat pitrubir brahman anyerapyanadishtitam. What Dhruva asked? Translation, read.
O learned Brahmana, I want to occupy a position more exalted than any yet achieved within the three worlds by anyone, even by my fathers and grandfathers. If you will oblige, kindly advise me on an honest path to follow by which I can achieve the goal of my life.
Yes. My voice is clear till now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes. Now it is also same or different?
Very clear, Prabhu.
Before?
Same.
Good.
Clear
Same.
on the Prabhu.
Okay. So now he is asking, my dear Gurudev, please show me path to become, so, or to get such a position which is not achieved by even my father, Uttanapada, that Surichi's husband. You know that Surichi's husband. Suruchehe patya. What is said here? Yo mam avamanyate sma tena suruchehe patya. The one who insults, that is Suruchi's husband. Who is that? Uttanapadena. Tatpitra, my father. So he also not attained. Such a position I want. Even not only my father, Brahmana api. Bapre. Even my great grandfather also didn't achieve that. Not only my great grandfather, Anyairapi, even by my great grandfather's sons and their sons. That means great grandfather has so many sons, na, and they also having so many grandchildren. Even they also didn't achieve such a position I want. So tell me for that what I should do. You tell me the way to get such a position. Bruhi. Tavat vartma matram upadisha. You just explain that, don't explain all these things. This is your karma, my karma, and I should tolerate, and whatever comes in the way you should tolerate, and then you will be advancing in spiritual life. All these things I don't want. Just explain me the path by which I can get the topmost position, which is not achieved by my father, that Suruchi's husband. And also my great grandfather and his sons and grandsons. Tell me. So you just explain and see me whether I am going to achieve or not. Very soon I will become successful and see my power. This 5-year-old boy is saying this. 5-year-old boy is saying this. You are understanding? Oh, there is no power. Heavy rains here.
That's why suddenly you went dark, Prabhu.
Yeah. Luckily, I have my So Wi-Fi is having battery backup. So that's why we are able to have internet. Otherwise, internet also gone. Okay, anyway. So we'll do in half an hour. When Dhruva Maharaj refused to accept Brahminical instructions of Narada Muni, naturally the next question would be what sort of instructions he wanted. Then he explained what kind of things he wanted in this sloka. One particular point mentioned here is that Dhruva Maharaj wanted to occupy an exalted position not by hook or by crook, but by honest means. This indicates that if Krishna offered him such a position, then he would accept it. That is the nature of a devotee. He is a very honest person. By hook or crook, he doesn't want to become. Nonam bhavan bhagavato yong yongaja parameshtinaha vidudannatate vinam hitaya jagatorkavat.
My dear Lord,
My dear,
you are a worthy son of Lord Brahma, and you travel playing on your musical instrument, the veena, for the welfare of the entire universe. You are like the sun, which rotates in the universe for the benefit of all living beings.
He's saying, he's glorifying now Narada. Saying that you are great. That means he was one side asking that I want to become better than Brahma and Brahmaji's sons and also his grandsons. Narada Muni is also Brahmaji's son only. Guru said he want to become better than Guru. That is the thing, actually. He is telling Brahma and also that position I want, which is not achieved by Brahma and his sons and his grandsons. Who is Narada Muni? He is telling now, hey, who am I? Narada Muni asked him. Of course, you are son of Brahmaji. You hold your veena. So he's a, see, Dhruva is so nicely speaking. And you are like a son or kavat. For benefit of everyone, you hitaya jagato. For benefit of everyone, you always go around like sun by holding your veena. So this is the way one should approach Guru. One can desire for the highest position, no problem. But how he should be in front of Guru? Is this the way? So he is glorifying his Guru. Vidudan atate. So Dhruva Maharaj is having so confidence that he is going to achieve the highest position which is not achieved by his father and also his great grandfathers. What is the proof? The proof is just he is showing his own proof that, see, my dear Gurudev, I left my home and you came and you gave darshan to me. It is a indicator that I can achieve what I want. This is the indicator for that what I want. And you, for the benefit of, you are the incarnation of the Lord. Tvamna kasyapi putra iti bhavaha. Lokahitaya. Actually here, previously he said that Brahma or Brahma ki putra, sons and grandsons, those who didn't get such a position I want. And he is immediately covering himself, Dhruva Maharaj. Oh, that means by addressing Lokahitaya. So he is mentioning Narada, my dear Gurudev, you are not just Brahmaji's son, you are Bhagavad Avatara, you are the incarnation of Lord. That's why you are going for the benefit of everyone. So by saying you are the benefiter of the everyone, so Dhruva Maharaj is mentioning that, oh my dear Gurudev, you are not just Brahmaji's son, but you are incarnation of the Lord. In that way, he is. Of course, you are appearing from the heart of, from the mind of Brahmaji, but you are what? You are for the benefit of everyone, you are playing Veena. So next, Maitreya Vacha. इत्युदाहृतमाकर्ण्य भगवान् नारदस्तथा प्रीतः प्रत्याहतं बालं सद्वाक्यमनुकम्पया. Yes.
The sage Maitreya continued. The great personality Narada Muni, upon hearing the words of Dhruva Maharaja, became very compassionate toward him, and in order to show him his causeless mercy, he gave him the following expert advice.
So Narada became so happy by seeing the determination of Dhruva Maharaj, and he gave so following instructions. Narada Vacha. जनन्याभिहितः पन्थः स वै निःश्रेयसस्य ते भगवान् वासुदेवस्तं भजतं प्रणवात्मना.
The great sage Narada told Dhruva Maharaj the instructions given by your mother Suniti to follow the path of devotion service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is just suitable for you. You should therefore completely observe yourself in the devotional service of the Lord.
So Narada is telling that whatever your mother gave, na. So what mother told you, my dear boy, leave everything. Even you don't think about me also. We are nothing in front of Lord. So our affection is nothing in front of Lord's affection. With full heart. So without having anything in your heart and any not having faith on any other demigod, simply just take shelter of Hari and meditate on him. So she told na that. So then Narada is saying that do that, whatever your mother said. Jananya abhihitaha. Whatever your mother said, you should do it. So whatever your mother said, that only I also want to say. Previously, he was just telling about yoga process that is difficult. Now he is finally saying, whatever your mother said, that you should do. And for that, so where he should go? So he should go to the Jananyabhitam Pantah Savai Nishesasya Te Bhavan Vasudevastam Bhaja Tat Pranavatmana. And he is asking, Gacha Bhadram Te Yamuna Statam Suchi. That's next sloka is coming. So Dharmartha Kama Mokshakyam Ya Iche Shreya Atmana Ekam Hyeva Hares Tatra Karanam Pada Sevanam.
Any
Any
person who
person desires the fruits of four principles: religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and at the end, liberation, should engage himself in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For worship of His lotus feet yields the fulfillment of all of this.
Narada is saying, anything you want, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, you should worship Lord. Next. Tattat gaccha bhadram te yamunayastatam shuchi पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सान्निध्यं नित्यदा हरेः.
My
Yes.
dear boy, I therefore wish all good fortune for you. You should go to the bank of the Yamuna, where there is a virtuous forest named Madhuvana, and there be purified. Just by going there, one draws nearer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who always lives there.
This Madhuvan is near to Vrindavan. So Drivatila also you might have gone there. So that is the place actually where Dhruva Maharaja is a sadhana. So this is the best place. He recommended to go there, where Hari resides always. So here places are pilgrimage, special advantage for a devotee. It is a special advantage, not that you should leave your place and come to only Vrindavan. So it's a special advantage, definitely is there. But one can do bhakti wherever they are. Lord Krishna lives everywhere, but still it is very easy to approach him in holy places of pilgrimage. Because these places are inhabited by great sages. Lord Sri Krishna says that he lives wherever his devotees are chanting the glories of transcendental activities. There are many places of pilgrimage in India, especially prominent in Badari, Narayana, Dwaraka, Rameshwaram, and Jagannath Puri. These sacred places are called Four Dham, Char Dham. Dham means place where one can immediately contact Supreme Lord. To go to Badri Narayana, one has to pass through Haridwar on the path of Supreme Personality of God. Similarly, there are other holy places, pilgrimage, Prayaga and Mathura, and the topmost of them all is Vrindavan. Unless one is very advanced in spiritual life, it is recommended that he live in such a holy places and execute devotional services there. But an advanced devotee like Narada Muni who is engaged in the preaching work can serve the Supreme Lord anywhere. Hellish conditions don't affect Narada Muni. So to advance, actually, it is very good. There are 12 forests are there, so various names. And next, there are 5 forests on the eastern bank of Yamuna. Those are the Badravana, Bilvavana, Lauhavana, Bandiravana, and Mahavana. On the western side of that bank of Yamuna, there are 7: Madhuvana, Talavana, Kumudavana, Bahulavana, Kamyavana, Kadiravana, and Vrindavan. In these 12 parts, there are the different ghats or bathing places listed as follow. All these can have this. Next. Snatvanusavanam tasmin kalindya salile shive krutvochitani nivasannatmanah kalpitasanaha. What he should do there? So is being explained here. Yeah. Yes.
Narada Muni instructed, "My dear boy, in the waters of the Yamuna river, which is known as Kalindi, you should take 3 baths daily because the water is very auspicious, sacred, and clear. After bathing, you should perform the necessary regulatory principles for Ashtanga Yoga and then sit down on your asana, sitting place, in a calm and quiet position."
Yeah. अध्ययनाध्यभावे अपि आत्मनः उचितानि योग्यानि देवता नमस्कारादि. Of course, this boy didn't study so many things, but what things he should do is being explained here. Next. It appears from the statement that Dhruva Maharaj had already been instructed how to practice the eightfold yoga system, which is known as Ashtanga Yoga. This system is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, here he chants holy name only, Dhruva Maharaj, but this is he do perform Ashtanga Yoga externally because that is a process in Satyuga. In Satyuga, that is a normal practice. So without leaving that Yoga Dharma practice, so they do Bhakti. So that doesn't mean that in the pure devotees case, even if they do their Ashtanga Yoga, like Prithu Maharaj, he also was doing in Vanaprastha time Ashtanga Yoga, these only to set an example to the society he was doing. But actually, in the core heart, there is only pure devotion. They have faith on only devotion. So they, as per Yoga Dharma, they do this. Ashtanga Yoga process is the Satyuga Dharma actually. They do Ashtanga Yoga. But what about Treta? They do Archanam. Sorry, they do Yagas. Next, in Dwapara Yuga, Archanam. Kali Yuga, Harinam. प्राणायामेन त्रिवृता प्राणेन्द्रियमनोमलं शनैर्विदुष्या विद्यायेन मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम्. After sitting on your seat, practice the three kinds of breathing exercises and thus gradually control the life air, the mind, and the senses. Completely free yourself from all material contamination and with great patience begin to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan. So till that all these angas are being explained here. So controlling life air, that means Pranayam. And then controlling senses and mind is pratyahara. Then after that, that purified mind meditating on the Lord is dharana and dhyana. Okay, so next is the process. Prasadhavimukam sashvat prasannavadane kshanam sunasam subruvam charu kapolam surasundaram. So he should meditate on the Lord. So what kind of Lord is being described here? So with this description, he should try to fix that kind of form, his mind on that kind of form. So Lord's form is being explained. The Lord's face is perpetually very beautiful and pleasing in attitude to devotees who see him. He appears never to be displeased and he is always prepared to award benedictions to them. His eyes, his nicely decorated eyebrows and his raised nose and his broad forehead are all very beautiful. He is more beautiful than all the demigods. So he should fix on this kind of form. So how one has to meditate on the form of the Lord. So okay, impersonals, they don't go with this. Next, Tarunam Ramaniyanganiyam Arunostekshanadharam Pranataశ్రయణం Nrumnam Saranyam Karunarnavam. Narada Muni continued, the Lord's form is always youthful. Every limb and every part of his body is properly formed, free from defect. His eyes and lips are pinkish like the rising sun. He is always prepared to give shelter to the surrendered souls and anyone so fortunate as to took upon he feels all satisfaction. The Lord is always worthy to be master of the surrendered soul, for he is the ocean of mercy. Everyone has to surrender to someone superior, but best surrender is what? To fully surrender to anyone else unless only to the Lord actually. Next, Srivatsankam Ghanashyamam Purusham Vanamalinam Shankachakra Padmair Abhivyakta Chaturbhujam. The Lord is further described as having the mark of Srivatsa, the sitting the place of the goddess of fortune, and his bodily hue is deep bluish. The Lord is a person, he wears a garland of flowers, and he is eternally manifest with the four hands which hold Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Kridinam Kundalinam Keyuravalayanitam Kaustubha Bharanagrivam Pita Kausheya Vasasam. The entire body of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, is decorated. He wears a valuable jewel, helmet, necklaces, bracelets. His neck is adorned with the Kaustubha jewel. He is dressed in yellow silk garments. काञ्चीकलापपर्यस्थं लसत्काञ्चननूपुरं दर्शनीयतमं शान्तं मनोनयनवर्धनम्. The Lord is decorated with the small golden bells around his waist, and his lotus feet are decorated with the golden ankle bells. Like this kind of form. So yogi is trying to meditate. All his bodily features are very attractive and pleasing to the eyes. He is always peaceful, calm, and quiet, and very pleasing to the eyes and the mind. Padbhyam naka manishrinya vilasadbhyam samarchatam hrutpadma karnikadishyam akramyatmanyavastitam. Real yogis meditate upon the transcendental form of the Lord as he stands on the wall of the lotus of their hearts. The jewel-like nails of his lotus feet glittering. Smayamana sanuragavalokanam niyatainaika bhutena manasa varadarshabham. The Lord is always smiling, and the devotee should constantly see the Lord in this form. So as he looks very mercifully towards the devotees, in this way, the meditator should look towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a bestower of all benedictions. So this kind of form, so yogis, they meditate on this kind of form. Evam bhagavato rupam subhadram dhyayato manaha nirvruta paraya turnam sampannam nanivartate. One who meditates in this way, concentrating his mind upon the always auspicious form of the Lord, is very soon freed from all material contamination and doesn't come down from meditation upon the Lord. Just wait. Japascha paramo guhya shruyata me nrupatmaja yam saptaratram prapatan puman pashyati kecharan. O son of the king, now I shall speak unto you the mantra which is to be chanted with this process of meditation. One who carefully chants this mantra for 7 nights can see the perfect human beings flying in the sky. Wow. This mantra is going to give. What is that mantra? So that we are going to see now. Kecharan. Anena anupanitaya sab pranava mantroppadeshena vaishnava mantranam dijitvatyavastapeksha apahruta. Actually, now you see what mantra he is going to give. The important point. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Mantrenanena Devasya Kuryat Dravyamayin Buddha Saparyam Vividay Dravye Desha Kala Vibhagavit. See, it's not just he is doing only the Ashtanga meditation. He is chanting holy names. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. But here, Om, this Pranava mantra is given. Should be given to only those who are Dvijas, those who got Yagnopavet Samskara. But this boy is 5-year-old boy. He cannot he didn't get till now the Yagnopaveta Samskara. That means Upanayana Samskara didn't happen, Upanayana. So Yagnopaveta is not given, then how he can chant Pranava Mantra, Om? For this, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing, Pranava Mantropadesha. That means this Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Simply Namah Bhagavate Vasudeva is not given. Om also is given. Pranava is also. Om means Pranava. Along with Pranava, Mahamantra is given to him. Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva is Mahamantra. And Om is Pranava. That means along with Pranava, so Mahamantra is given. Of course, this 5 years old boy who doesn't have Upanayana Samskara. So why Om, why it is given? Because now it is saying Vaishnava Mantranam. So from this we should understand for Vaishnava Mantras, Dijatvadyavastha Apeksha Apahruta. So one doesn't need to become Dvija actually to chant Om. When in the case of Vaishnava Mantras, when you chant Vaishnava Mantras, Om, even if you are not second initiated, that means Upanayana Samskara didn't happen, still you can chant Vaishnava Mantras along with Om. To chant Om, you don't need to worry because so you are chanting Om for Om with Vaishnava mantras like Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha. So here Madhava, Keshava, Narayana, you are adding Om. These are all Vaishnava mantras. Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana. So for that, so for Vaishnava mantras, Om is can be chanted even if you are not Brahmana initiated or the Yagnopavet Samskara didn't happen. Yes, Sarvani Mati.
Actually, Prabhu, I just wanted to ask you about the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva and Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's similar, right, Prabhu? The potency is similar.
Potency is similar, but various mantras are made by the holy names are there, but mantras are made by the acharyas. So they keep special powers in that. All are Mahamantras, but special powers. So that's why we should follow mantra given by our acharyas.
I'm asking this because Prabhu, one of my niece, she actually she has like very firm faith in the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Even when she's very scared or something, she immediately chants so loudly Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. I'm not sure whether we should correct her or we should let her continue on like this. That's why I asked.
That's why I said, no? So mantras are made by acharyas by adding Om Namaha to names only. So Krishna, Rama, these are also names, but now they are making it as a mantra and they are giving their special mercy. To get that, you should chant those mantras. Now Mahamantra is given by our Acharya and our Parampara Acharyas are given. Then you should chant that to get the desired, to get their mercy. And so that we can get become successful in the path shown by them. You can't take up any mantra. Okay. So we should follow our current Acharya. Next. This mantra is chanted by Vaishnava devotees and it begins with Pranava or Omkara. There is an injunction that those who are not Brahmana cannot pronounce Pranava mantra. But Dhruva Maharaj was a born Kshatriya. He at once admitted before Narada Muni that a Kshatriya has been unable to accept Narada's instructions are of renunciation and mental equilibrium, which are the concern of a Brahmana. Still, although not a Brahmana but a Kshatriya, Dhruva was allowed on the authority of Narada to pronounce the Pranava Omkara. This is very significant, especially in India. The caste Brahmanas object greatly when persons from other castes who are not born in Brahmana families recite Pranava Mantra. But here is a tacit proof that if a person accepts Vaishnava Mantra or a Vaishnava way of worshipping the deity, he is allowed to chant the Pranava Mantra. Om he can chant. This is the main point. prescription Narada Muni are that one should accept mantra through bona fide spiritual master and hear the mantra in right ear. Not only should one chant or murmur the mantra, but in front of him, he must have deity or physical form of the Lord. In the case of Dhruva Maharaj, he is having that purified mind, the form water explained by Narada Muni, that form he will be meditating. On that form he will be meditating through the mind actually. So, of course, when the Lord appears, it is no longer physical form. For example, when an iron rod is made red hot in the air, fire, it is no longer iron, it is fire. Similarly, when we make a form of the Lord, whether of wood or stone or metal or jewel or paint or even form within mind, it is a bona fide spiritual master transcendental form of the Lord. So it's a bona fide actually. Even manasa, with mind also, if you make form, that is a bona fide. But what kind of shape you should make, that should be as per the description actually. Narada Muni that's described. Not only must one receive the mantra from the bona fide spiritual master like Narada Muni or his representative in the disciple session, but one must chant the mantra. And not only must one chant, but he should also offer whatever food stuff is available in his part of the world according to time and convenience. According to time and convenience means for grosthas or it is different and for the other ashrams is different. Method of worship, chanting of mantra and preparing the form of the Lord is not stereotyped, nor is it exactly the same everywhere. It is especially mentioned in this verse that one should take consideration of the time, place, and available conveniences. Our Krishna conscious movement is going on throughout the entire world, and we also install deities in different centers. Sometimes our Indian friends puffed up with concocted notations criticize this has not been done, that has not been done. But to forget this instruction of Narad Muni to one of the greatest Vaishnavas, Dhruva Maharaja. One has to consider the particular time, country, and conveniences. What is convenient in India may not be convenient in Western countries. Those who are not actually in the line of acharyas or who personally have no knowledge of how to act in the role of acharya unnecessarily criticize the activities of the ISKCON movement in countries outside of India. The fact is that such critics cannot do anything personally to spread Krishna consciousness. If someone does go and preach, taking all risks and allowing all considerations for time and place, it may be that there are changes in the manner of worship, but that is not at all faulty according to Shastra. Srimad Veeraraghavacharya, an Acharya in the disciple succession of Ramanuja Sampradaya, has marked in his commentary that Chandalas are conditioned souls who are born in lower than Sudra families can also be initiated according to circumstances. Let us we're going to see that. For the important actually, this is tick tick tick. I'll wait just for few minutes. Sloka number 50. 52. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 54. 54, 54. So Veeraraghavacharya what he's saying. Ko asau munir ityatah om iti ko asau. Om iti ayam vasudeva द्वादशाक्षरो मन्त्रः अस्य अर्धस्तु संप्रदायतः अवगन्तव्यः. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. This is ओम नमः ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय. Total how many? 12. You should start from Om. Om Na Ma Bha Ga Va Te Va Su De Va Ya. Total 12. Dvadas Akshar mantra this is. And what is the meaning? You should see the meaning as per your sampradaya. Whatever Sampradaya Acharyas give, that meaning only you should take. Yetan mantra purvaka dravyam iti achayamaha mantreniti. Devasanena mantrena na vididehi dravyaha. Yes, it's coming. देवसानेन नान विविधै द्रव्यैः द्रव्यमयं द्रव्यप्रचारं सपर्यां देशकालयोः सपर्युक्तानुपयुक्तदेशकालयोः विभागं देशकालविभागवित् कुर्यात् सपर्योपयुक्तैः देशः चण्डाल पतित यवनाद्यसेवितः कालस्तु प्रातर्मध्याह्न सायमादिरूपः तद इतर अनुपयुक्तौ देश कालौ मैं कुछ सपर्यां विविधै द्रव्यैर्देश काल विभागवित् one should install physical form and with chanting of the mantra one should offer flowers and fruits, other varieties of foodstuffs exactly according to the rules and regulations prescribed by the. But this should be done in the consideration of place, time, circumstances. As per time, place, and circumstances, one should worship with the mantra. Along with that mantra, the form of the Lord. That may be physical, mental, or form. तो इसमें थोड़ा सा इधर कुछ अलग ही लग रहा है. Something is different here. देश काल विभागवित् means सपर्योपयुक्त अनुपयुक्त देश काल विभाग वेत्ति. देश कालयोः सपर्योपयुक्त अनुपयुक्त देश कालयोः विभागं वेत्ति इति देशकाल विभागवित् कुर्यात् सपर्योपयुक्तः. उपयुक्त और अनुपयुक्त देश काल. What is useful time and place? So one should know useful time and place and also what is not useful. So saparyopayukto desha chandala patita yavana jasevita. So many useful place means the place which is not touched by chandalas, patitas and yavanas. So the place which is not touched by chandalas, fallen people, that means they are doing nasty things in the society. Yavanas means those who eat meat and so and so. Yavanas. So that place should not be touched by them. In that place only you should worship. Kalastu. So pratar madhyana, that means morning, afternoon, and evening. So then what is inappropriate? Whatever is opposite to that, that is inappropriate. In that desha kala, you should not worship. That is the meaning of Viragavacharya. So Prabhupada is writing more, but I am not able to understand. So, okay. The method of worship, chanting mantra, and preparing the forms of Lord is not stereotype. Okay, this is over. We'll stop here anyway. So we'll meet tomorrow.
So
Already
can we
we
go
will
through
be-
this verse again tomorrow?
No need.
No need. Okay.
You can read actually. The thing is there actually there. So here the meaning, whatever is there, Viragavacharya is not there. Whatever Prabhupada is writing. Truly speaking. So Desha Kala Vibhagavetti means, so here it is said that Upayukta Anupayukta, what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. Upayukta means appropriate. Appropriate time and place. What is appropriate time and place? So first of all, time place he is giving. That means what he is saying here, he is saying that Patita, Chandala, Patita, Yavana, Dyasevita. The place which is not served by or not touched by what? Chandalas, Patitas, and Yavanas. In that place, you should worship. That is appropriate place. And time is Pratar, Madhyahana, and Sayam. These are the 3 times one should worship. Apart from this, that means Sandhya time, one should not. That means for worship also timings are there. So in inappropriate timings, other than these 3 are the inappropriate timings. Morning, afternoon, and evening they should worship. Midnight one should not worship. In like that. So like that. Some other than this, whatever timings are there, 11 o'clock, like that. These timings should not be worshipped. That is only said. Okay. I couldn't understand. So, but Prabhupada point is coming from Vishwanath is clearly explaining. Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying that Vaishnava mantras, that doesn't need Om. Om is not required. For Vaishnava mantras, so Upanayan samskara is not required to chant Om. Generally, to chant Om must be actually should be having thread ceremony should happen. Otherwise, Om should not be uttered. But if for Vaishnava mantras, while chanting Vaishnava mantras, anyone can chant. I mean, even if you are not having the Upanayan samskara, that means even a boy or even if you are Sudra or someone, something else, Chandala, Yavana, they also can chant. No, Om, because that Om is along with Vaishnava mantra. Okay, that is the point. But Prabhupada is not, is bringing Chandalas and Yavanas to worship deities. He is giving sufficiently so training for them and teaching them how to be clean and then bringing them to the stage of the Brahmanical platform. Then after that, giving initiation. So first initiation, second initiation, then he's allowing them to do worship. It's not that he is Chandalas and Yavanas, he's directly allowing to worship. So that's why by birth one may be whatever, but when they chant, when they get learn and accept Vaishnava Guru, and so when have the process of the training them and initiating them through the thread ceremony, then they are worshipping. They are not Chandalas. Vaishnava Jati Buddhi should not be there. So, Viragavacharya, what are you saying, right? Prabhupada, what he's saying here is gone, they are saying. So that means some things, sometimes some things are not available. Here, Prabhupada is mainly taking the point of Desha Kala, time, place, and time and place. So, with that means He's saying whatever things are available in India that are not available in Western countries. So that's why I'm adjusting, because here it is said Deshakala as per time and place. So from there he is saying, okay, like that. Thank you very much. Any questions? If you see, in the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that his name should be heard in every nook and corner. That's why he's going to Western countries also. Bhagavad Dharma. And he especially recommended Krishna Katha, the cult of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavad. He recommended that every Indian, considering this risk to be paropakara or welfare of activity, take the Lord's message to other residents of the world. Other residents of the world doesn't refer only to those who are exactly like the Indian Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, or like the caste Brahmanas who claim Brahmanas because they are born in Brahmana families. That's the point Prabhupada. The principle that only Indians and Hindus should be brought to the Vaishnava cult is a mistaken idea. There should be propaganda to bring everyone. That means, because Mahaprabhu instructed everyone should be taught with Krishna names. So that's why he should go to foreign countries also. That's not wrong. When generally sannyasi is going to foreign country is condemned. But now he is established, he can go. And also, everyone can be brought to this Krishna consciousness. Not that only Brahmanas will chant holy name and others will not chant. No. So, but that means caste Brahmanas only will chant. Yes. So it's not like that. You make everyone to chant. And everyone also can worship, provided they all get the proper training and initiation through the Vaishnava process. They can do that. Then they are not Shudras or they are not Chandalas or Patitas or Yavanas. There should be propaganda to bring everyone to the Vaishnava cult. The Krishna conscious movement is meant for this purpose. There is no bar to propagating the Krishna conscious movement even among the people who are born in Chandala, Mlecha and Yavana families. Even in India, this point has been enunciated by Sri Sanatana Goswami in his book Haribhakti Vilasa, which is Smriti and is authorized Vedic guide for Vaishnavas in their daily behavior. So, Haribhakti Vilasa is very much important for the daily behavior, how we should be. Sanatana Goswami says that as bell metal can turn to gold when mixed with mercury in a chemical process, so by the bona fide Diksha or initiation method, one can become a Vaishnava. One should take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master coming to the disciple succession who is authorized by his predecessor, spiritual master. This is called Diksha Vidhana. Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, Yapashritya, one should accept spiritual master. By this process, the entire world can be converted to Krishna consciousness. So he is giving Diksha and then he is making them to do worship. So then there is no problem. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yeah. Any questions?